In today's video, I'm going to be going over what the drop percentage chances are for every single item from Revenant Horrors, Tarantula Broodfathers, Sven Packmasters, and Void Gloom Seraph. So I'm going to go over all of them, what the drop rates are, what tier you can drop them at, all that information. I'll timestamps in the description, so skip to the part that you want to, but subscribe first before you skip anywhere because you should. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So first, starting out with the Revenant Horror, I'm going to go these by category. So for example, I'd say all these drops are in the Prey RNGs category. All these drops are in the X category. These all drop in X tier, alright? So, Revenant Viscera, Revenant Horror. The guaranteed drop is Revenant Flesh, 1 to 64 depending on the tier. Occasional drop, 20%. This is 1 to 4 depending on the drop, tier 2 or higher. Next, we have Extraordinary. Another occasional one with 20% chance is Revenant Viscera, tier 1 through 2. Sorry, 1 to 2 Revenant Viscera for tier 5s. In addition to that, for Extraordinaries, we have Undead Catalyst with 1% chance, tier 2 or higher. We have Smite 6 book at tier 4 with 1% chance. Revenant Catalyst, 1% chance. And now onto RNGesus. We have Smite 6 book at tier 3. We have Beheaded Horror book at tier 3 or higher. We have Snake Rune at tier 4 or tier 5. We have Scythe Blade at tier 4 or tier 5. We have Smite 7 at tier 5. And Shard of the Shredded at tier 5. You notice I didn't mention Warden's Heart. That's because it's not a Prey RNGesus. It is a RNGesus Incarnate. This is a 0.001% chance of dropping. That's, in simple terms, really fucking rare. Yes, I said rare, not rare. Don't yell at me, okay? Next, move on to Tarantula Broodfather. Tarantula Broodfather's guaranteed drop is Tarantula Webs, 1 through 64 depending on the tier. Its occasional drop is Toxic Arrow Poison, 16 to 64 depending on the tier, tier 2 or higher. Then we have Bite Rune with 5% chance as rare at tier 2 or higher. Then we have two Extraordinaries being Spider Catalyst and Bane of Arthropods, both are dropped at tier 3 or tier 4 with 1% chance. Next, we have two RNGesuses, Fly Swatter and Tarantula Talisman. They drop at tier 3 and tier 4 with less than 1% chance. Next, we have Digested Mosquito, which drops at tier 4 with less than 1% chance. Now let's move on to Sven Packmaster. Sven Wolftooth is the guaranteed drop, 1 through 64. Its occasional drop is Hamster Wheels, 1 through 5 at tier 2 or higher. Its rare drop is Spirit Rune at 5% of tier 2 or higher. We have one Extraordinary drop, which is Critical 6 book, tier 3 or tier 4. We have Red Claw Egg and Quarter Rune. Red Claw Egg, 1% chance, or Prey RNGesus drops to tier 3, tier 4. Quarter Rune drops to tier 4. Overflux Capacitor and Grizzly Bait have Prey RNGesus with about a 0.03 or 0.05% chance of dropping, tier 4 or tier 4. That's really it. Next, onto Void Gloom Seraph, the toughest Slayer in the game. Void Gloom Seraph. This list is very long, so stay with me. Guaranteed drop, Null Spheres, 2 through 155, depending which tier you're doing. Occasional, we have Twilight Arrow Poison, 16 to 64, depending which tier you're doing, tier 2 or higher. Next, we have 4 rare drops with 5% chance. We have Ender Snake Rune at 3 to 4, at tier 3 or tier 4, Mana Steel at tier 3 or tier 4, Transmission Tuner at tier 3 to tier 4, and Null Atom at tier 4. Next, we have a bunch of Extraordinary drops. First one is Summoning Eye, 1% chance of dropping a Summoning Eye, tier 2 or higher, 1% chance of dropping Smarty Pants at tier 4, End Rune, 1% chance, tier 4, Sinful Dice, 1% chance, tier 4, and Ether Warp Merger, 1% chance, tier 4. Now onto the Prey RNGesuses. We have a Pocket Espresso Machine with a less than 1% chance, tier 4. All the rest I'm going to say are tier 4, okay? So I'm not going to say that they're tier 4 anymore. Prey RNGesus, we have Handy Blood Chalice. Then we have Exceedingly Rare Ender Artifact Upgrader. Then followed by Void Conqueror Enderman Skin. Followed by Enchant Rune. Followed by 2 other things. One of them is RNGesus Incarnate. One of them is not. Can you guess which one's which? The RNGesus Incarnate 0.001% chance of dropping is not Judgment Core. It's Ender Slayer 7, and Prey RNGesus is Judgment Core. For some reason, Ender Slayer 7, which I doubt you've really ever seen or thought to look up, is harder to get than Judgment Core. Either way, I'll see you guys next one. Peace.